Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm trying a new to me brand. This is one that I've been curious about, I've been thinking about, I've been kind of wondering, do I do it? Should I try? And recently I did a video talking about new products that were being released. One of them happened to be this product right here from Jones Road. Of course, it's a lip product. And so I asked in that video, would you be interested in seeing kind of like a smattering of Jones Road? And let's see what it looks like, see what it feels like, and we'll go from there. And so many people said yes, so that's what I did. I placed an order. I spent $225, $230 on Jones Road's products. Did I buy everything? No. There are some things that they make that I was like, I don't know that I'm ready to commit to that level. But I have quite a few things here, and I feel like I have some of what are considered their hero products. So let's jump in. The first thing that I did get, this came in a set. I picked a set called the I Am Me set, and it had 5 things in it. This was one of them. I'm not going to use it today because this is their eye cream. The reason I'm not going to use it, I already have my skincare on. I already have my eye cream on, and this box just arrived, and I was like, oh, I already got that on. But if you're curious, it's like a white cream. You're getting ½ an ounce. This has a little bit of it looks kind of really thick and whipped. And then as you're applying it, it feels kind of, I don't know, it feels kind of cushy, and it feels a little bit heavier than what I'm currently using. Right now, I have something from Beauty Pie on the counter, and it's a little bit lighter weight, and I'm sure the reason that this feels a little bit thicker, a little bit richer, is the fact that Bobbi Brown created Jones Road to really cater towards mature skin. And as we get older, our skin changes. A lot of times we lose some of that added moisture and that lipid barrier. So this is probably a richer eye cream than I'm used to using. But I'm not going to put it on today, but it was part of the set. I'm just going to start with the first thing I think would be the most useful to use here, and it's this. This was not part of the set. This is their face pencil. I decided that their What the Foundation was not for me. I've been purchasing a lot of base products. Recently, I have 4 new ones that have entered my collection in the last like 5 weeks. I didn't want to get another base product. I thought it would be overkill. But the truth is, the way the foundation was described, it didn't really sound like something that I would reach for regularly. This though, this did. This is a pencil concealer. They also have correcting shades of this. I almost got the corrector as well, and I was like, well, what if I don't like the consistency of this? Let's just start with one and see where we go. So I'm gonna start by just adding some here. I have the lightest shade in Fair. This might be, oddly enough, too light. I didn't think that with a limited number of shades that this would be too light, but maybe, we'll see. So as I'm kind of dabbing this on, the one thing I'll tell you is it is kind of on the thick side. And at this point, my goal is not to like get a layer of this everywhere, but kind of just take down some of the hyperpigmentation I have in places on my face, you know, like a little spot here. I do have it under the eye. I'm used to having things that are just slightly more emollient under the eye, but what's nice about this is I feel like it's actually probably going to stay really well where I put it. And I feel like it blends easily. Just looking at this with this half of my face done, I'm looking at it, it looks really lightweight. This might be a hair too fair for me, which is really interesting, but that's what it looks like. And maybe not, maybe it's just that, no, I think it's okay, but I'm using it kind of in a pinpointy way where I'm putting it just where I need it and tapping it in. I feel like I'm not getting the sort of coverage I normally get under my eye because I normally have a corrector down. I want to try this for a couple of weeks before I decide if I would want to try the corrector, but I feel like there is a difference. Does my skin look like it's perfect? No, but it does look like a slightly more awake, more vibrant version of me. Here's where I have the face pencil kind of blended in and tapped out where I want it. I feel like it looks okay, and I don't really look like I'm wearing a lot of makeup, but I do feel like I have a slightly kind of smoother canvas when it comes to color, but oh, I have a little bit of it here that I didn't blend very well. But I feel like overall, it still looks like me and my skin. Next thing I'm going to throw on is the bronzer. This is in the shade Dusty Rose. It's the lightest shade, but it almost looks like a blush, doesn't it? It looks so pink. I'm very curious. I'm just gonna use kind of like a fluffy brush. Oh, and I don't want to get too much on. I'm really curious how this interacts as a powder product with the Miracle Balm. I do have a shade of Miracle Balm, and that is, I think, the first product that they launched from Jones Road. And I'm very curious to see what that's like. And I don't know if I'm putting these on in the right order, but I'm just kind of going ahead in the way that I would normally do my makeup. This is such a pretty color. I feel like it does bring a little warmth, but mostly what I'm getting here looks to me like less like a bronzer and more like a soft blush. I'm not mad at that, actually. I really like it. I'm also going to throw a little bit of this bronzer in my crease. I don't have anything on the lid right now. I do have a single shadow to try, but I thought it might help bring the look together to do something a little monochromatic. So I'll just toss a little bit of this here on the lid. All right, next thing I'm going to throw on here is this. This is the brow pencil. This is in the shade Brunette, and this is, oh, I don't know if you can see it. There are little teeny tiny hairs. I was a little trepidatious ordering this. So the little hairs in here are little fibers. There are fibers in this product, and it's supposed to help bulk up and give you volume in your brows. I was worried about a brow pencil being this chubby. I've never used anything this big. Now I can sharpen it, but I'm really curious to see what this is going to do in my brows. I'm just gonna lightly start swiping it on. I know that Jones Road sells a spoolie, but I feel like this is one of those products. A lot of brow products that you can get on the market today come with a spoolie on the opposite end, pencil on one end, spoolie on the other, or a brow gel or something that has some sort of a spoolie or something to distribute product with. This is very much a, kind of utilitarian wood pencil. And I don't mind that, but I feel like if you're hoping the pencil is going to do it all for you, you will definitely get the best look possible if you were to have a spoolie that you could comb through your brows after putting it in. But I feel like it's actually a good color, maybe a hair dark. What's really interesting about this pencil is I don't feel like it was pressing that hard, and I don't really feel like I put a serious dent in this. It's a little bit of a stiffer pencil, but it's not making really dark, heavy marks. I like that about it. I do have like a little lump here, but I didn't feel that happened in my brows at all. But I feel like the addition of the spoolie really helps. The one thing I'm not getting from this, and if you look at it, it's, if you are going to rub your eyebrows, you probably rub it right out. The one thing I'm not getting from this is hold. So if you do want hold, you are going to put, and I already did, put a clear brow gel or whatever gel you want over the top. My eyebrows are a little unruly, so if they don't have something kind of holding them in place, they're going to start to move about, and then you're going to see a gap somewhere or, a really dark spot because all of the hair is kind of coalesced into one area. This is interesting. I think that this is a good color for me, but I'm not sure that this type of formula, that it's so easy to kind of rub off, is what I'm hoping, especially come summertime, because I do a lot of perspiring in the summer. I live in a place where we get like temperatures in the 115s, 118s, and when it's that hot outside and you're climbing in a car and it feels like you're getting in an oven, I instantly I start to perspire, and then things just start like coming down from the top of my head. So I don't know how this is going to hold up in the summer, but I'm not mad at it. I feel like my brows look good. They also look natural. I do feel like there's one little gap here that I always have that is hard to fill with something this chubby, which is why I really prefer a little teeny tiny micro pencil, but I'm not mad at this. All right, let's put on this. This is their lip and cheek stick, and this came in the set because I don't know that I would have chosen this shade, but this is bright pink. It's a much cooler pink than I would normally reach for, but let's just see how it goes. I feel like at this point, I probably could like draw it on the face, but since I already have that powder bronzer down, that kind of worries me. So I'm just gonna load up my brush, bounce them off on the back of my hand, kind of make sure I'm getting it distributed through the bristles, and then we'll throw some of this on. Well, that makes a significant difference, but this is definitely a cooler pink than I would normally have decided to purchase on my own. But since it came in this set, I was like, all right, we'll see. And maybe because I'm not normally gravitating towards shades like this, maybe I'm missing what would be a really good shade on me. Here's the product I've been the most curious about, and I got a mini of it. This is the Miracle Balm. This came in that 5-piece set, and it's the shade Magic Hour. So this is a product that can be used in a multitude of ways. If you get one of the really blushy colors, you can use it as blush. If you get one of the more neutral colors, they have kind of like a clear one that you can use all over the face for glow and hydration. They say you're supposed to break the seal by pressing down on it. Ooh, that was weird. And the product is supposed to kind of melt. So, oh, that might be too much. Let's start with less. This has me kind of worried, but they say you can use it anywhere all over the face. So it is slightly bronzy. I'm gonna use this kind of like a highlight. It doesn't really, none of these products smell like anything. They kind of smell like ingredients. So it's kind of pretty on the lips. The one thing that this is giving, and I'm kind of glad that I did not get a large size of this, but if I were, I would have probably gotten the one that's kind of the Coral Miami Beach. I was curious how this was going to work in tandem with the powder bronzer. I feel like as I'm tapping it on, I have a little bit less color here, and maybe what I need to do at this point is, you know, see if I can fill that in with blush. But I am not a makeup artist. I'm, you know, your friendly neighborhood makeup enthusiast. And at that point, I feel like maybe Bobbi Brown or somebody who is really good with mixing creams and powder products would find a way to make these work together without disturbing what's already been put down. This is definitely looking hydrated. My skin does feel a little bit tacky, but not so much that my hair sticks to it. It feels, maybe I shouldn't say tacky, it feels hydrated. I got one of their single shadows. This is called the Best Eyeshadow. I have the shade Ash. It's a really pretty kind of cool matte. So I thought I would use a little bit of this, like right on the outside corner, to give myself a little bit of depth added with the bronzer. And then I'll just throw on some, I didn't get their eyeliner or their mascara. The reason I didn't get the eyeliner is I need something that's waterproof. My eyes, they leak a lot. And this looked like a traditional kohl pencil that doesn't set down. And that is not what I myself need. I like the fact that it's gonna be soft and blendable, but I need it to stay and set. That's what I'm preferring at the moment. So I skipped that. And I've heard good things about their mascara, but I didn't really feel like, with all of the mascaras that I have open at the moment, plus all the ones I have waiting in the wings, it would have been irresponsible for me to open another one, get another one, and then open it up. So I may try that at a later date. A while ago, I did throw a little bit of the Miracle Balm in Magic Hour on my lips. I actually really like the way it feels. And I like this kind of subtle shine that it has. There's some sparkle in this, but it feels hydrating. It feels emollient. My lips were getting a little dry, but I do have some lip products to try, so I'm gonna wipe this off. I have one of the lip pencils. This is in the shade Tawny Nude. Let me show you what it looks like. Oh, a beautiful, just very easy nude shade to wear. This feels very similar, maybe just a little bit stiffer than the ones from Lisa Eldridge, the Sculpt and Shade ones. She has a new line that came out this spring, and this is feeling very similar to that. And the last thing I have to put on is the one that kind of tipped the whole scales in favor of Jones Road. This is the Lippy Stick, and this is the shade Deep Rose. This is the Lippy Stick in the shade Deep Rose next to Tawny Nude. I feel like these guys go together really well. I feel like it's a nice look on the lips. It feels more, this is gonna sound bad, it feels more like a chapstick and less like a lipstick. And I'm sure that's what the intention was, but this has kind of like a, it feels like there's a lot of waxes in here, and not in a bad way, like it's waxy and inexpensive. It feels like it's going to be very much a moisturizing, but also kind of like an occlusive layer. I feel like this is one of those products that I could drop in my purse and could become like a purse lip product, where this kind of neutrally rosy brown shade would go with a lot of things. And it's not something I would need a mirror to put on, and it would add that layer of hydration and nourishment to the lips. I'm surprised at how much I like this. It's not the butteriest, smoothest feeling on the lips, but I don't know that it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be kind of like that, you know, lightweight shade of lip product that doesn't look like a lipstick. They do have something that is more akin to a lipstick, but I didn't end up purchasing that because I feel like the whole idea of Jones Road is easy, fast, effortless, and almost like you, but perfected. Overall, I'm pretty impressed. I feel like this turned out pretty good for me. Some of the ones I'm not sure about are this brow pencil, mainly because it doesn't really set. You can continue to smudge it. And that's okay. I like that it has fibers in it. I like that, you know, even though I use it to do both eyebrows and I drew some fairly heavy lines on the back of my hand previous in the video and now, it still does have a point to it. And I feel like I could continue to do my brows like this for a while. I like the feeling of the lip pencil. I'm curious to see what the eye cream is like, but right now the ones that really impress me are the powder products, the bronzer, as well as this eyeshadow, the best eyeshadow. Yeah, I think it's really nice. I love a matte look. Also really liking this lippy stick. This is impressive because right now I haven't set it with powder and I don't have anything settling into my under eyes. I think that because this is a slightly stiffer, it's not dry because it does feel hydrated, but it's slightly stiffer formula. I think that if I were to put a different brand's under eye corrector there that's more emollient and more hydrating, this might not sit the same. So I like that I put something on that I didn't have to set with powder, hooray, but I might go and get the corrector pencil in this formula in my shade. This is the one that I don't know about. And it's mainly, I liked it on the lips. I liked it on the cheeks. I think this could be good for one of those days where you want to no makeup. You know, where you don't want to look like you're wearing like everything, but you need a little bit of glow or a little bit. I could see myself using this that way. And I like the formula of this. I'm just not sold that this bright pink is for me. Does it look bad? No. But this kind of cooler, almost Barbie pink is not the shade I normally wear. So maybe my lack of comfort with this is that it's outside of my regularly chosen shades. But I think overall, it's a good look. It's very much a less is more makeup look. And that's who I would say these products are for. I feel like this could be for any age group. You don't have to be in Bobby's age bracket or in my age bracket. I feel like my kids would use these and like these products as well, and they're teenagers. But I also really feel like this is for the person who wants a pared down, minimal routine. And I think if that's the sort of person you are, you would like these products. And if you're wondering where to start, think about the sorts of products you reach for the most. If you're an eyebrow person, start with the brow products. If you're a lip person, start with the lip products. If you need like concealer and a little bit of like moisture, maybe go for their hippie stick or one of their miracle balms and one of the face pencils. I feel like there's a great way to navigate this brand without feeling like you have to get everything. And I feel like there's only a few here that are like that question mark for me, like, are they gonna work? I don't know. I'll have to get back to you, but I feel like this is a really great look, and it's like me, but slightly perfected. This is the sort of makeup that I like to wear where it doesn't really look like makeup, because you can still see my skin, the freckling. It looks very natural. And that is definitely what the brand is kind of encouraging you, but just a little bit more. And I like that. Let me know if you've tried Jones Road. What are the products that work for you? What are the ones that you've tried and you're like, no, it's a complete and total miss? Let me know in the comment section down below. Or are there other brands that you're curious about that you would like to see me do kind of like a, let's pick a few things and try the brand out. Let me know what those are as well. Thank you so much for watching. Have an incredible day, and I will see you again soon. Bye.